Hello, viewers and listeners. Welcome once again to Salida TeleRadyo Eskwela. Today is another episode full of learning and fun here in School on Air. I'm your radio host teacher, Rosario Sabinorio from La Filipina National High School. Before we proceed, mga kastig, I would like to inform you that we can also be heard in La Filipina National High School official Facebook page. And with our partner, radio station 98.3 Gold FM, Kuyawano. This time, we will explore another topic and TLE Grade A. Measure ingredients according to recipe requirements. And of course, for those who are willing and interested to learn, you are very much welcome to join us. And now, are you ready mga kastig? Great! Let us all welcome our teacher broadcaster, CERENIA BERCERO.
Good day, viewers and listeners. Welcome to our lesson today. We are glad because even though we are experiencing difficulties because of this pandemic, we can still be able to deliver to you our lesson through our partner, radio station 98.3 Gold FM, Kuyawano. And of course, to those who are viewing or listening right now, especially the graded students, we are live in our very own Salida TeleRadyo Eskwela, the official Facebook page of the La Filipina National High School. Pakipindot lang ang like or heart for me to know your active participation with our discussion. Today, we will be learning about the proper tools used in measuring ingredients. This is for the grade 8 students who are studying TLE subject, particularly in Cookery, Quarter 2 of Module 5. Our objectives for today's lesson are the following. 1. Familiarize the proper tools used in measuring ingredients. 2. Discuss the proper way of measuring dry and liquid ingredients. And for lesson objective 3, explain the importance of measuring ingredients accurately. But before we'll begin with our discussion, let us test ourselves on what we know about Cookery Module 5, Measure Ingredients According to the Recipe Requirements. Please click now your Self-Learning Module 5 in Cookery, pages 3 to 7. The following questions will test your prior knowledge about the topic that we will be discussing. So, students, kindly get your pen and paper to write your answer on each question. I will just read the question, and after 5 seconds, I will give you the correct answer. Shall we start now? Okay, question number 1. What is the first step when measuring dry ingredients, like flour? A. Measure. B. Sift. C. Weigh. Letter D. Stir. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Sift. Okay, shall we proceed to number 2? What is the proper way when measuring liquid ingredients, like milk in a liquid measuring cup? A. Dip. B. Pour. C. Scoop. Letter D. Fill. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Pour. Okay, next, number 3. What is the proper measuring tool to be used when measuring small amount of ingredients? A. Measuring cup. Letter B. Measuring spoon. C. Weighing scale. D. None of the above. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B, measuring spoon. Okay, next, number 4. Which of the following is the proper way of measuring dry ingredients? A. Shake the dry measuring cup. B. It should be eye level. C. It should be compacted. Letter D. The top of the measuring cup should be level off with the spatula. Time starts now. Okay, time's up. The correct answer is letter D. The top of the measuring cup should be level off with the spatula. Next, number 5. How do you measure the liquid ingredients? A. Pour the desired amount of liquid into the cup. Letter B. Place the cup on a flat and then level surface and view the liquid at eye level. Letter C. All of the above. Or letter D. None of the above. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Place the cup on a flat, level surface and view the liquid at eye level. So, how's your score, students? I am hoping that you get all items correctly. Before we proceed with our discussion, let me ask you these questions. Number 1. Are you familiar with the proper tools used in measuring ingredients? Question number 2. What do you think is the proper way of measuring dry and liquid ingredients? And number 3. Why do we need to measure ingredients accurately and correctly? Okay. So, now this time, I want you to look inside your kitchen and name the different measuring tools that you have. Do you have a liquid measuring tools or a measuring tools for dry ingredients? Do you have a tablespoon, a spatula, or a knife? Now, these are the proper tools used in measuring ingredients that we will be discussing. Okay, so shall we start with the number 1 tool, the liquid measuring cup. Now, these are designed to measure liquid like water, cooking oil, or milk. This type of measuring tool has a spout for pouring and have space between the top and a rim of the cup so that liquid do not spill while transferring. Now, when we say spout, that is to prevent liquid from spilling. Okay, so the next tool is the dry measuring cup. These are used for measuring solid or dry ingredients like flour, sugar, oats, or baking powder. They are made from plastic. Pwede po metal, mayroon din porcelain. Now, the standard sizes for this measuring cup for dry ingredients, mayroon tayong 1 cup, 1/2 cup, or 1/3 cup, and 1/4 cup. Another one is the measuring spoon. These are used to measure small quantities of both dry and liquid ingredients. Now, we also have tools used to level off ingredients. We have one is the spatula or the knife. Okay, so are you still with us? Or are you still with me, students? Now, after familiarizing the proper tools used in measuring ingredients, we will now proceed to measuring dry and liquid ingredients. Okay, first, let us discuss first the dry ingredients, particularly the flour. Now, the procedure in measuring flour is, of course, number one, or the first step is to shift the flour. Now, when you say shift, meaning we are going to place the flour in a shifter for shifting. Okay. Now, shifting is used to separate a dry mixture which contains substances of different sizes by passing it through a device containing tiny holes like strainer. Or in other words, in Bisaya, that is ato ang ayagon. Okay. Now, next is to scoop the powder or to fill up the measuring cup to overflow. Then, the last step is to level off with spatula. Okay, it's very simple. Now, let us proceed to the next powder ingredients, which is the white sugar. Now, for the white sugar, shifting is not necessary unless it is lumpy. When I say lumpy, yung may mga bukol o tibugol-tibugol. Tibugol-tibugol. Now, and after, the next step is to fill the measuring cup until overflowing, and just the same with flour, we are going to level off with the use of spatula. Next is the brown sugar. Now, what is the correct procedure of measuring brown sugar? Of course, number one is to check if the sugar is lumpy before measuring. So, titingnan natin kung na pa sila mga tibugol-tibugol. Then, roll out the lumps kung may mga lumpy and remove the dirt if there are some dirt. Then, the next step is to scoop into the measuring cup and pack compactly until it follows the shape when inverted. Okay? Next is the powdered food. Okay? The powdered food that we are referring to are the baking soda, baking powder, salt, pepper, solids, fats, and etc. So, the procedure on measuring this powder is very simple. Number one, remove the lumps by stirring. Okay, when you stirring, ako tawa no using tablespoon. Next, dip the measuring spoon on the powder, and then level off gihapon with spatula or back edge of the knife. Now, this time we'll proceed to the liquid ingredients. Now, the liquid ingredients like oil, milk, water, cocoa milk, place the cup on a flat, level surface. Then after that, hold the cup firmly and pour the desired amount of ingredients into the cup. Next is to view the liquid ingredients at eye level to make it sure that your measurement is accurate. Now, I have some questions for you to ponder. Why do we need to measure ingredients accurately and correctly? Okay, I know you have a very nice idea there. Of course, we need to measure ingredients accurately or correctly in order to achieve successful cooking experience, and of course, to produce also good quality or quality cooked and baked products. Now, always remember that the key to successful cooking and baking is always measure the ingredients carefully. Accurate techniques in measuring are as important as the tools for measuring. Okay, next question. Next question to ponder. What will happen if you use the wrong measuring tool for your ingredients? Just like, for example, instead of using, you're about to measure flour, and instead of using the dry measuring cup, you use the liquid measuring cup. So what will happen, do you think? What will be the result? Okay? So, I know you have your idea there. Of course, the result of your measurement is no longer accurate. So you cannot produce good quality cook and bake products if the measurement of your ingredients is not accurate. Now, this time, let us evaluate whether you have learned something from our topic. You will be given 5 seconds to answer the questions, and after 5 seconds, I will reveal the correct answer. Let's start now. Number 1. What is the first step when measuring dry ingredients like flour? A. Measure. B. Sift. C. Weigh. D. Stir. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Sift. Next, number 2. What is the proper way when measuring liquid ingredients like milk in a liquid measuring cup? A. Dip. B. Pour. C. Scoop. D. Fill. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Pour. Okay, question number 3. What is the proper measuring tool to be used when measuring small amount of ingredients? A. Measuring cup. B. Measuring spoon. C. Weighing scale. Or letter D. None of the above. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B. Measuring spoon. Okay, next. Question number 4. Which of the following is the proper way of measuring dry ingredients? A. Shake the dry measuring cup. B. It should be eye level. C. It should be compacted. D. The top of the measuring cup should be level off with the spatula. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter D. The top of the measuring cup should be level off with the spatula. Okay, the last question. How do you measure a liquid ingredients? A. Pour the desired amount of liquid ingredients. B. Place the cup on a flat, level surface and view the liquid at eye level. Letter C. All of the above. Letter D. None of the above. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is letter C. All of the above. Well, how's your score? I hope that you were able to answer questions correctly. You are such an amazing students. Thumbs up for a job well done. Do you feel confident enough to make your own recipe now that you are familiar with the measuring ingredients? Okay, for your assignment, I want you to find a recipe of your favorite dish and then measure the ingredients accurately according to recipe requirements. Give feedback of your cooking experience. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from our topic today. See you next TeleRadyo. Keep safe everyone and God bless. God bless.
That was great. Thank you, Ma'am Sari, to our viewers and listeners. I hope that you learned something with our topic today. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.